Hey everybody. I just wanted to come over here today, right? So I was arrested again, right? For filming. And it's kind of crazy because I'm gonna show you where I was walking from. Latin Indian and Cap Gamer, Courtney, Cape British Columbia in the house. But look, watch. And this is crazy, y'all. Because this is their thinking, right? Okay, look. Boom. See, I was walking this way. Well, I was running this way and I stopped like right here. And when we get right here where this little break in the side, in the curb is, that's where a cop jumped out right here. Said, oh, that's Mata. Got back in. And then there was another one that was standing right here in this alley. Right here. So when I came around here, he was standing right here. So they were all going down that alley. And he was standing right here. And he told me to stand right there. And I asked him if I was being detained, and he said no, that I was going to keep walking. I turned. I got arrested right here. Because the cops parked right there. And they were all going down the alley. But I want y'all to come with me, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, 24, 25, 26, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 35. See, I'm going to stop right here. 135 feet. And this is where they were at. So, I want y'all to remember that, people. They arrested me from being way over there, and this is where they were coming to this house right here. Isn't that fucking crazy? And I still had some feet to go. So I didn't even make it to where they were actually conducting their investigation, because it was over 120 something feet away. That is fucking crazy. And I wanted everyone to see, right? Because I love how saying that the distance. They don't even understand the distance. Because even when he arrested me, he came up with the 3 different things to arrest me for. So that shit was crazy. That's what I do know. And it's weird because they all lie. They lie, especially the sergeant I didn't go to prison. I went to jail. And you bond out. You pay money to get out. Because they accuse you of a crime. Doesn't mean you are. Big Chip, what's up? Here I am. That's crazy, man. Well, I was that fucking far. Raymond, CS, what's up? No. Nah, I just wanted everyone to see how fucking far it was. You need a haircut. I don't have a hair for it to cut. DK, I'm in Fort Worth, Texas. And I'm dealing with Fort Worth police officers. And I got arrested by a sergeant named Christopher Ramirez. Now, Christopher Ramirez is a Fort Worth police officer who, instead of being fired after being drunk off duty, he used his badge and his card to gain access to the VIP in a concert. And then when he gets back there, he starts arguing with people. They had to call the laws on him, right? So they saved him. Randall, what's up, baby? So they saved him, gave him a last chance opportunity in the program that they had. And it's crazy, man. And he's had untruthfulness, official oppression. That's crazy. So I just been exposing liars and criminals that are wearing badges. So yeah, it's crazy. Because how can you lie like that? You know? John, what's up, baby? MC Punk. Yeah, we have a saying for that. Back the blue until it happens to you. So, keep on. Yeah, man, that shit's crazy. And you can go to my YouTube channel. It's the last video I posted. And I put on there all the complaints that was substantiated against this officer for being a liar. You know? So, it's just crazy, man. Juggalassus, what's up, baby? What y'all doing out there? Everybody, where y'all from? Where y'all checking in from? Portland, Oregon. I heard y'all can compete with Colorado, though. Oregon is in competition with Colorado. That's what I'm understanding. Colorado and Oregon are tied. Move to you. Tennessee, Kentucky, North Carolina. Now, Southern Ohio in the house. Okay. I appreciate you, John. I've been putting these dudes on blast. John, message me. I got more fucking, whatchamacallits on police officers. I got it's like 50 pages. Joe Cool, what's up, baby? Stromboni, do you like Putty Tang stock? I've actually never seen the whole thing. I've seen clips of it. Joe Cool in the house. Well, like I said, PWI, it's in between Colorado and Oregon right now because California is being regulated. Our guy, 3936, what's up, baby? I think they don't allow. I forgot which one it was, because here in Texas they created a Senate bill because police officers couldn't determine the difference between illegal marijuana and legal marijuana. So they added regulations to it. And a couple people that have came from California back to Texas have said that they can't. You know, that because it's starting to be regulated. So that's what they told me. Now, I don't know how true that is, but yeah. Yeah, because they passed the Senate bill, which made it where a cop couldn't say that I smell something. And that would be enough for them to search your vehicle, you know? You know how they always say, I smell marijuana or shit? Well, they can't say, I smell marijuana. They have to see, like, paraphernalia. They have to see, like, if you have an ashtray and it's full of roaches, stuff like that. They have to use the what is it? Joe, you got gassed and pepper sprayed? Is it on your YouTube channel, Joe? I'll go share the shit out that motherfucker. Just say I smell bacon. Yeah, well, they made it like that because the cops couldn't tell the difference between legal marijuana and illegal marijuana. So, nah, for real, it is. Here I am. It sure is. You got to pay for the risk. No fucking lie. That whole shit is crazy though, man. So, but Rich Shackelford, what's up? Live for real, Joe. Thank you. You know what I've noticed sometimes too? Like, my video will try to turn off or it'll mute. That's cool. Well, let me know if you want me to share the video, homie. You can shoot it to me. I'll share the fuck out that hoe. You know, we don't like them bitch ass tyrants, homie. We boycott tyrants over here. So yeah, look, once again, I'm gonna take y'all with me because this is the house that they were in, right? That's the house they were trying to get into, where the supposedly dangerous person was, and they already let him out. Just crazy. So, this is the walk. And it's the second time they've arrested me way far from the Bengal was the first one. And then Bengal became a detective. Well, a detective, because he's a moron. And that case got dismissed. Just look how far it is. And I still ain't even where I was arrested at. But I wanted to have this video just in case. You never know. So yeah. And it was way over here, people. I was standing way over here. I want to go score some ice. I'm finna crush ice. So yeah, look. This is where it was at. This is the scene of where Sergeant Weirdo. Hold on. This shit's falling. See? So it was right here. Because them two were parked right here. The cop, and he was walking that way. So from way over there, they considered this the scene, and they were all going down that alley. That's why I was saying, man, these dudes are weird. And I had made a recording of him where he pulled someone over by my house. And I was across the street, and he literally abandoned his traffic stop to come ask me questions. And when I tell him, get the fuck away from me, go back to what you were doing, I don't have to. People, he abandoned a traffic stop, right? Because I was standing across the street filming, and he wanted to see what I had in my hand. My hand was cut off with a machete. Look. So it's always like this. So when it's down, it looks like that. So that's what he was saying, what's cupped in your hand. And I was like, motherfucker, nothing. That's what I told him, what dumbass. And it's weird, dude. That's why I be talking about these dudes are stupid. Because they're not arresting me because I'm breaking the law. They're arresting me because I'm hurting their feelings and proving they're ignorant. So that's why I wanted to come on here and do this video. To have that as my evidence. Because it's crazy. That's how far it was from where the actual place that they were actually looking for someone. And then their whole thing said that they were out in the neighborhood running around and all. That dude was in his house the whole fucking time. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't condone criminals or criminal acts, but right? And I say this with a big but. If the magistrate judge, his probation officer, and all of them didn't think it was that much of a big deal, why they let him out? Why they let him out? It's crazy. See, they put out these stories to make them to make themselves justified for their escalation, their aggression, and their violent nature. Because they called a SWAT team on them, and a helicopter was flying around. They had like anywhere from 10 to 15 police officers over here looking for someone. And that's all it was. He had a warrant, a misdemeanor warrant. So you can't make this shit up, man. And that's what I mean. Like, right, do your job, catch criminals. But don't get mad at people because they don't respect your clown costume and your bullshit. Because the sergeant that arrested me, and this is how I started figuring out that he was a loser and a scumbag, right? Whenever he was telling the people that took my phone was a girl and a guy, right? So they ran down there to go look for the suspect allegedly, right? And they weren't there. He was the one who walked up and said, "You're under arrest for 3 different things." Him, no one else. So whenever, I promise you, when my lie report gets written, his name is not going to be nowhere on it because he has untruthfulness and official oppression on his record. So what that means is he can't sign, he can't do no documents because he's a known liar. And he can't go to court and testify because he's a known liar. That's what untruthfulness. If it's a sustained allegation against you, means you're a fucking liar. So I expose the fuck out of them. They don't like it. Ugh. So yeah. Here I am, yep. Blue Ivy, what's up? I am, Joe. Bill, what's up? Yeah, not for real. I am the God on. I like that name. Yep, that's what it is. Nevaeh. So yeah, people. I just wanted y'all to see the way they do it over here in Fort Worth, Texas. That's why I be saying I don't be at first I would be like, how come nobody wants to come over here and film? Until a couple of them kept saying I don't have money for bond and an attorney. And I used to be like, that's bullshit. That's a lame excuse, but then I understood it. That's why when people tell me that now, I'd be like, all right, get your money, baby, and come fuck with us. Come help us out here. So that's what I'm encouraging people to do. Get bond money and attorney money and come on down to Fort Worth, Texas, so we can help the Fort Worth Police Department understand freedom and rights. Because I have all their policies. Don't worry about that. Johnny Bravo, what's up, baby? So, yeah. And it's crazy, man. I just counted it right now, Bill. It was 146 steps. So I just have to figure out all that. And that's crazy. That's a hell of a distance, y'all. Y'all just seen it. Y'all just seen how far it actually was. And that's how they lie. Because they're taught to lie and to cover up. Because then when you seen, I called for the lieutenant. And he kept saying, no, you're going to get me. I'm what you get. And then the lieutenant comes up. But I'm noticing him walking around with them. They're on the phone. He's on the phone and everything, right? So when he walks up to me, I notice him turn on his body camera. And then I was like, what the fuck? So that's why I asked him, did you just turn your body camera on? He said, no. I said, did you catch that guy explain to you why I'm the way I am? And he said, no. That's why I said, I don't want to talk to you. Because you're a scumbag. You're a scumbag, dude. And that was a lieutenant and a sergeant. So if them two turn off body cameras, they're willing to lie to cover each other's ass. What do you think they're willing to do for the regular patrol officers that do this on a daily to people that don't know their rights, that don't understand that they don't have to listen to them? They don't have to just bend over backwards when they show up in a police car asking fucking questions. That's not how it works. And it's weird. They have policies. And this is what my argument with Internal Affairs and Special Investigations Unit, SIU, that investigate bad cops. I was telling them it's a third-degree felony under Bo's law that was created by the Senate and the family of Botham Jean after Dallas police officer Amber Geiger shot him and unalived him in his own home while he was eating ice cream watching a fucking TV. So explain to me how that's not clear, right? So what they did was switch the language from shall to may, or there's shall and may, and there's should and can. Like, it should result in this, or it can result in this. So that's how they switched up the words. So and this was all in Fort Worth. It's called the Meet and Confer Agreement, which was created by President of the Police Officers Association, Manny Ramirez, to take away the power from the mayor and council about firing, punishing, and disciplining police officers, that they're under them. So now when we have these election cycles, that you see their look, I'm gonna give y'all an example, right? And this is what I say. I used to not like this lady. Right? But then you'll get this type of thing. Watch. See? Check this shit out. Right? See? Endorsed by Fort Worth Police Officers Association. Vote for lower crime. This person lost, right? Because this is who they were trying to get to lose. Elizabeth Beck. She's in District 9. So why is Elizabeth Beck trying to defund police here? And it says all this dumb shit. And see, none of them say Texas. I want you to pay that led to lower standards. So if you can't pay them enough to ignore people's rights and violate them, they're not going to work here. Cannot make this shit up. Yeah. Well, Bill, they do. Here, it's a practice. Here in Fort Worth, it's a practice. That's their standard operational procedures. Because they've learned their body cameras get them in trouble. So they turn them off, they mute them. And I'll give you some examples, right? There was a police officer named, what was his name? Hold on. John Romer. He punched a guy he went to the hospital. He was sick, right? And he was released from the hospital. He walked up to some guy and asked him if he could use his phone to call for a ride. So the guy let him. He wasn't harassing no one. He just looked sick. So the officer automatically assumed he was homeless. You know? And he started proceeding to make the guy leave. And he ended up telling the guy on his body camera, I can't let you go because I'll get in trouble. So that officer has been charged with official oppression, aggravated perjury, and a couple other things, right? But He was already found guilty and sentenced to 5 years in prison. And for the past 5 years, he's been out on appeal bond. Yeah. Okay, that's one. Now let's go back a little bit further. Taylor Stevens, Pritzker, Miller, Mitchell. There was a couple other ones, right? They had a guy in their custody, and he was telling them, hey, I'm fucked up. I'm sick. You know what I'm saying? I need medical attention. I don't feel good. They ignored him. They ignored him. They ignored him. And that's the second comment about that guy. This man hated. You don't even know me. Yeah. Okay. I'll talk about this one time. About that guy who got unalived at the, whatchamacallit, right? I do not support, I do not hate him either way. And I've said this before, no one should be unalived for their beliefs. No one. Doesn't matter if what you believe in is an orange sock. You shouldn't be unalived because of your beliefs. Do I support him? No. Am I aligned with what he said? No. Do I wish harm on him? No. But the one thing that people are forgetting is it was his own kind that did that to him. It wasn't a lib. It wasn't a dim. It wasn't nobody that y'all trying to paint. It was one of his own. So until y'all address that, I suggest y'all stay out of people's comments saying what y'all assume they do or don't do. Like I said, I do not condone violence. I never have and I never will. So for people that say, I hate someone, you need to take a look in the fucking mirror. You do. You do. You need to get a fucking mirror and take all that fake lipstick and perfume and about 3 fucking masks of paint off your face and look at yourself completely in the mirror. For real, do that. Do that. Because if y'all use a tragedy to continue a narrative, an ideal, or something like that, y'all are weird for that. And to get on someone else's page and say you assume this and that, y'all are even more weirder. No life should be lost because of what they choose to believe in and follow. No one. It doesn't matter what they believe in or who they represent and follow, irregardless. But one thing y'all need to get correct and stop lying about, he got taken out by one of his own. By one of his own. No matter how much you want to spin it, that's the reality y'all have to face. Hate it or fucking love it. So all you geniuses, right? I suggest y'all get into some books and learn better words. Learn better assumptions. And matter of fact, learn how to think for yourself. And it was crazy, man. It's crazy. Because if y'all really look into that, none of it sounds right and none of it smells right. So, I don't know. None of it does. In my opinion, none of it looks right, it doesn't smell right, and it don't feel right. But like I said, man, people need to pay attention to the bigger problem at hand. Gun violence. That's what everyone's ignoring. I mean, cool. Do your moment of silence, your mourning and everything, but do not forget, he was a victim of gun violence. It's crazy. And it's crazy because then it gets interpreted as the guns are the ones that are running around. I've never seen a gun assemble itself, climb itself on top of a building, or duck down under a bush or whatever. I've never seen a weapon do that. But what no one wants to address is the mentality of the people holding these weapons. That's what no one wants to address. The mentality of these people. What was created. Because regardless if no one wants to admit it, both of these people were created by the same system. The person that's no longer here, which I send prayers and thoughts to his family and friends, to the guy who did it. They were both created by the same system. And until y'all can stop having tunnel vision and actually understand what's before your eyes, this isn't about a party or nothing like that. Y'all need to understand. If y'all believe he was a great man, then question why that great man is no longer here. Don't get on people saying, oh, you hate him, you don't like him. Who cares if the other person don't? If y'all back him up so much, investigate what really happened to him and stop fucking with people that say so what or they don't fucking care. Because if you want to be the person that dictates how people feel and what people should not say or do, then you're no better than the system and the government we're all fighting against. So how does that sound reasonable? That's crazy. And I've seen these comments all over my fucking streams and my Facebook. And that's what I have to say about that. That's what I have to say about that. You know? And it's weird, man. Because everyone who's saying they support him, investigate what really happened to him. And if y'all blindly accept what's going on, then y'all did him a disservice. You know? And it's weird. And I'll tell y'all what I do hate. I hate racist. I hate ignorance. I hate tyrants with badges. I hate people who are book smarts but lack common sense. I hate people who don't believe in there being a two-tier system. I hate liars. I hate cheats. I hate snakes. I hate whenever they make you nachos and they always leave the outside of the chips with nothing on them. Those are the things I hate. And I've expressed daily what I hate, what I dislike, or what I don't like, and what I don't support. And one thing I don't support or condone is violence. So, I hate nerds. No, I'm an undercover nerd, bro. Amen. Here I am. Randall, not for real. Johnny Bravo, not for real. David, you sure right. So, radio nerd. No, I'm not talking about y'all, man. Because it's not an attack, right? Because I've dealt with people that... It's weird because I've dealt with people that said I'm dumb, I'm slow, but then they start arguing me with apps. And I'm like, hold up. That's not what that means. So yeah. Everybody out there, be careful. And every time you get pulled over or a police officer walks up to you, remember, start recording them lying mofos. Because I'm going to make shirts. Videos don't lie. Cops do. So remember that. So y'all be safe out there, and I appreciate everyone who took the time out of their day to listen to me, and everyone out there who's fighting a good fight, causing good trouble. Y'all be safe out there, people. God bless.